from Four Seasons, and we're here for an afternoon mini virtual VIP.
Yes.
Now, we have kind of added a couple of fun things. I think this is Larry the Lobster, we've decided. He's joining us for our beach-themed little VIP. So, casual looks and fun styles. I'm joined by my co-host, Diana, who is our district manager, and we are going to have a fun time this afternoon sharing with you some fun casual looks for summer. And so, Di,
It's the unofficial kickoff of summer. Memorial Day is almost here, so we're going to have our little beach theme and hope that we have some sunshine today for the first time in a week.
it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay, we'll have our first model, Helen. She's going to come right on out here in the middle. There we go. And Helen, we're going to step forward just a little bit. We didn't practice enough earlier. So first we're going to talk about this great little jean jacket from Southern Lady. So this has this beautiful coral color. It has that classic jean jacket styling. And as Helen has demonstrated, she can pop her collar up, she can pop her collar down, and let's look at the length. It is 3/4 length sleeves, and she cuffed it one time. So that's a way to wear a jean jacket in the summer when you want coverage but you're going to get too hot.
You are, and a lot of times it starts out really chilly in the morning. By midday, it's a whole nother sort of day and a whole nother type of weather. It's an option to leave it on and feel like you have some ventilation.
Yes, it looks so great. I love that color.
Yeah.
Now, let's take the jacket off. Let's do it, Helen. And then we have this really fun parsley and sage. I'm going to let Di talk about it.
Well, this is wonderful. It's got every color. You could put anything on the bottom. It's super denim friendly. It's great with black, khaki, gray. You really couldn't go wrong. If you had to roll out of bed and get going fast, this is the top to do it with.
It's such a pretty mosaic print. So many different colors in there.
It is. And it's got a nice little extra detail of the seaming down the front and back, which is cool. It just kind of is what we would call an unfinished seaming to it. And it's just a detail that runs up and down and draws the eye up and down.
Yes, it's gorgeous. So now on the bottom, she is wearing a Bermuda short. So that's coming just right above her knee. So she did not have to shave the upper part of her leg. Is that right, Helen?
That is right. You're letting out my secrets there.
But really nice coverage, and the leg is not tight.
It's a looser leg, and you could actually, I think, too, if you wanted to, if you're not a comfortable short wear, you might be able to unroll that a little bit and make them even a smidge longer. And also, if you're tall and long-legged, little extra coverage, too.
Some nice options for sure. And this is by Democracy. So it has that great Democracy features built in there, a little bit of a mesh support panel, and a little bit of a booty lift. Do you feel booty lifted?
I did.
Oh, Helen, you look great. Thank you.
Thank
I'll give
you.
your jacket back.
Thanks.
Okay, Carson is going to join us now, too. Oh, gosh, we got another jean jacket.
We do. This jean jacket is from Jag, and I love it. I actually own it. It comes in kind of a denim or the white, but it also has a ton of stretch to it. It's never that you're going to feel like you can't move or do what you need to do. It's not the jean jackets of old where you have no motion. It's fantastic. Washes up great as well.
And white is so fresh for summer. And, you could actually layer that jacket with a dress.
Oh, absolutely.
And really, really dress it up as well.
Absolutely. There's no way you can't get your money's worth out of that jacket. You'll have it on a lot more than what you would ever realize.
Yeah. And then such a fun top underneath. So this top is from One World. Go ahead and take your jacket off there. And this is One World. They have options in Missy, Petite, and plus sizes from One World. And this is a t-shirt that is just extra, extra.
They do a lot of extra details to their t-shirts.
They do, and this has a beautiful kind of dip dye formulation here. We're lighter pink at the top. We're kind of that sunset view with the floral layered on top of that color variation. And a nice rounded hem.
Very nice, and just a little bit of bling on the front too, just a little extra. And then on the sleeves, you might notice, I think, and Erin will correct me if I'm totally wrong, but I think they're going to call that almost a sublimation print.
Correct.
which is a really long word to mean that there's going to be folds and things when they dye it. So there's some just variation to the color up top as well.
It really adds a lot when you can see that. And it's a fun, casual look for summer. And when it's hot, that's a top that's going to breathe.
Yes, yes. It's got some natural fibers to it, so yeah, you'll feel a lot cooler in something like this, for sure.
And then on the bottom, she is wearing Jag pedal pushers.
Yeah, the pedal pusher length.
Tell me about pedal pushers.
Well, pedal pushers, when you saw on Helen when her Bermudas were rolled, were just above the knee. The pedal pusher is just below Carson's knee. So it's kind of somewhere between that longer skimmer and that Bermuda short. It's kind of what I'm going to call mid-rise.
I don't always want to show my knees.
I don't want to show a lot of my leg. These I can do because not so much is out there.
Very nice. Oh, great casual look for summer. Thank you, Carson.
Thank you.
Okay, Helen.
Come on back, Miss Helen.
down. Oh gosh, this is a very nice Hawaiian print top, but it has a lot more going on with it. It has triangles.
It does.
Floral,
It
and
does.
some nice texture, some wavy
Yes,
texture.
I was going to do the same thing. It's wavy.
It is wavy, and so it's a nice piece to wear, from morning, noon, and night.
Well, it's one of those times where we might not be comfortable flying off to a tropical destination. Here's your tropical destination right here for you.
Yes, oh, such a great top, and I like anything based in white.
Yeah.
Really fresh for summer. And then on the bottom, she's wearing that same Democracy skimmer. So, we talked about the length of Carson's, the length of Helen's here. This is still just right above the knee.
It is. And it's one of those where in that dark color, this top is just a smidge dressier than what a t-shirt would be. So with this dark colored short, it just dresses it up a little bit more.
Yeah, very cute. Thank you, Helen.
Thank you, Helen. Carson's all casual.
Oh, this is a great little sweatshirt, a hoodie. So this is from Karen Hart. It's got this wonderful kind of cream background with this fun red stripe.
It screams Memorial Day weekend. It just does. And it would scream 4th of July as that came along too, but it's that perfect toss on family barbecue, just hanging out. You could even do it later as a swim cover up if you wanted to. It would do a ton of different things.
I like the length. I've actually had this on and I was surprised at the length. It's definitely a tunic length, but it's a little bit shorter on the outer sides there, so it has that kind of more feminine look.
It does, and it actually has a little bit of a generous fit. We actually put Carson in a size smaller than what she would have normally chosen. So the nice part is, even though it's longer, it gives a little bit for the hips or the seat. So if that's not where you feel comfortable, there's actually a little extra room there.
Yeah, and I like the crisscross in the front there with a little tie there.
Yep, little extra detail.
Yeah, it's just super fun and casual, and I agree. Memorial Day, it might be a little chilly. You might need coverage, and I've even had it be chilly on the 4th sometimes. And at night, you might need that length, and that's a really fun style. Very nice. And
Super cute.
then just a reminder, same Jag pedal pushers. No knee coverage. Okay. All right, here comes Helen.
Come on back, Miss Helen.
Now, this t-shirt could be a little raunchy, or it could be that she's a gardener. What do you think?
For Helen's sake, I'm gonna go gardener.
Good one, definitely a gardener. So if you have a gardener in your family, and they love to wear casual t-shirts from Life is Good, this is a fun style. I want to talk about the fabric from Life is Good. What do you think, Di?
I love Life is Good, and I still have the first Life is Good shirt I ever bought. It's been demoted to a sleep shirt now because it's been several years, but it almost comes to you and feels like somebody else broke it in for you. It is that comfortable to start out with. It isn't like you have to break it in or wash it 1,000 times. It already feels like you've owned it for a good long time.
Yeah, and we are against the Life is Good wall here. So you can see we've got a lot of great options, and a couple of the options we have has the V-neck like Helen is wearing, and we have some crew. But I like the V for 2 reasons. One, it looks more feminine.
It does.
And it really kind of is figure flattering. it kind of draws attention away from my face. and it gives just that little bit of openness there, and I really like that style. And then I want to talk about the length of Life is Good too, because whenever I have a t-shirt that goes right about hip level, that is where I want some coverage. I don't want it too long.
Right. You want to have a little coverage and feel like that you got your goods inside, but you also don't want it so long that we lose all your shape altogether and then we become boxy. So there's got to be kind of a happy medium too.
I really feel like Life is Good always delivers that.
They do, and their sayings are always usually uplifting, fun, puns, and they're always just very positive, which I like, especially right now.
A little sassy like Helen.
No, oh, so Helen's a lot sassy. And then Helen has a Life is Good item in her hand too.
Okay, so Tervis Tumbler has come out with some licensed Life is Good drinkware.
Yes.
We actually have some right
Yes.
here too. So it actually can match. Some of the styles are match, or you don't need to match. You can always have that. So we've got the double wall tumbler. We've got the stainless steel that Helen has in a water bottle, and Di's holding the stainless steel in more of a coffee mug style. These are all on our website, and they're just really fun, really way to wear Life is Good, carry Life is Good, and what will that mean? That life is good. And then on the bottom, we have the same.
Yep.
See, we can mix and match things here. Of course,
She was a little dressier before, now she's totally casual.
in the same bottom.
Same bottom,
Isn't that
nice
awesome?
and easy.
Isn't that awesome? Thank you, Helen. Thank you.
Come on back, Carson.
Ooh, this top has been popular. It's been in the background of some of the nightly videos.
It is. We thought it was about time we put it in the foreground so you could really see it well.
So such a nice lightweight lilac color top with that fun little lace detail.
I would almost call it a slub knit, which means as you get closer to Carson, you can see that there's some white kind of built into it. There's kind of some horizontal white, and in the pleating too, it almost looks like it has a washed in look.
Very nice. And a nice rounded hem, a little bit longer in the back.
Absolutely.
And so she's got good coverage, but she's not draping too far down in the front, and some nice little gathering there. Very feminine.
It's a very feminine tee, and it's one of those, when we had it in the background, we had a little almost sheer kimono over the top, but alone like this, you could tie a little knot, make it less long, tuck it in or not, but you have some options to kind of change your length and your fit.
I like when you tie it in a knot.
I kind of like that too. That way when it's not the perfect length for you, you turn it into the perfect length.
I think that's awesome. Now she did change her bottoms.
Yes, yes. Carson has new shorts on.
So this is also by Jag, and that's the Bermuda. So it's a little bit above her knee. It's not quite as long as Helen's were.
No, she's definitely a little bit more above. I would say as a guess, maybe a 7-inch inseam on those might be a close guess.
Here, but a nice dark color.
Definitely a nice dark color. And I believe a pull-on on those, right, Carson? Yep. So easy wear, slide up, slide down. Simple. When it's hot, we don't want to mess with a bunch of stuff.
Right.
And that just makes it easy.
Very nice. You look great, Carson. Thank you.
Thank you, Carson.
Okay, here comes Helen. Ooh.
And Helen's changed bottoms too.
Ooh, I really like this. So this is by Miss Erica, one of our most popular vendors here at Four Seasons, and also Missy Petite and plus sizes. So we have a lot of options in Miss Erica, and they're really known for taking the basic and making it fun.
They've added a lot of details to this as well. In the front, she's got a V-neck, so again, feminine and nice and flattering. And then they've got a multiple pattern going on. They've got horizontal brush strokes. They've got the little chevron up and down V's, and on the side, some lace ties. So extra fancy.
So if Helen wants to cinch it up a little bit, she could do that, right?
She let it all hang out, I mean.
And then a few little sparkles there too. Daytime sparkles.
Yes,
That's
daytime
right.
glimmer.
Very, very nice. And is the top comfortable, Helen?
It is very comfortable.
And does it fit true to size?
It fits true to size.
So, I mean, it just really looks great. And just so many bright, fun colors there with that orange and that little bit of a peach. Really fun color combinations.
Well, and if you're a fan of the top but want a different color tone, there's a second color tone. It's the actual reverse. It's more blue with just a smidge of the orange and peaches.
Good to know. Now, she is wearing the Skimmer.
Yes.
And the Skimmer has that frayed edge, which looks like it's old.
It does. It looks well loved.
But that's the trend now.
It is. We haven't gotten away from that kind of deconstructed denim yet, and it's just another way for them to change a detail and make it look new and fresh.
Yes, and it really does look fresh with that little frayed edge.
I kind of love it. Yeah.
It's edgy. Are you edgy?
I'm edgy.
But a nice tapered leg, and then also I want to point out, I'm going to have Helen lift this up a little bit. There is some additional deconstruction right there, little additional deconstruction, and it's layered in the back. So we're not going to see Helen's underoos.
Right.
What color are they, Helen?
Why?
We don't know. That's the beauty. We don't need to know either. But really, really comfortable pair.
Now, I think this one is from Democracy,
Yes.
and so same great fit, little longer length. And Helen, button and zipper on those or pull on?
These are a button zip.
I kind of
But I
thought
pulled them on when I
sometimes we forget we have buttons and
and
zippers.
it fits well. It's easy. Yeah.
Well, because it has that elastic on the inside,
Yep.
so if you don't want to unbutton and zip, you don't have to. So it's very versatile.
Great. And I like a button zipper. If you do have a little shorter top, sometimes that button zipper shows, and then I feel better about having that button zipper but have the inside elastic at the same time.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, Helen, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, ooh, this is definitely like island living.
Almost a boho kind of style on that one.
Yeah. So we're gonna be in our backyards a lot. We want to look good, but
Yep.
be casual. But I kind of like the prints here and the color here. There's so much going on. It's got a little bit of floral, botanical print, the striping, the mosaics.
The fabric on that too is called a Swiss dot, which I learned today. And so it actually has little tiny fringes kind of all over the fabric. And it's kind of like, it makes me think of like seersucker makes you think of summer. The Swiss dot also kind of makes me think of summer because it's cool with those long, bigger sleeves. She gets some air in there, and it just was one of those cool, comfy fabrics.
Yeah, very, very flowy. And her arm has some flow to it too. It's not a skinny arm.
No.
So that's like built-in air conditioning,
Yes.
right? We could put the fan right up there, and she'll be cool all day long.
And nobody has to know what she's doing.
No. And then the same Jag Bermuda. So again, kind of dressing it up with
Yep.
that same great length. Very fun. Thank you, Carson.
Super cute. Miss Helen's bringing her beach bag.
Ooh, oh my gosh, look at all this. Oh, I love that. Di, tell us about the top.
Well, this particular top is from Sportel, and it's one of those where it's kind of a long tunic length, but the fabric on this one is so thin. Granted, you'll want a tank underneath, but it would be the coolest, most comfortable thing you could grab on a really hot day. But the super part is, even though the fabric is a little more sheer, you get a 3/4 sleeve for coverage. You get some fun, funky pockets in the front down low with little ties on those. And so you get lots of details. And the colors, there's got to be about 10 colors in there between aqua and light blue and pink and yellow. She'll match anything on the bottom.
Well, one of the colors is black. So
Yes.
while we've paired it with a denim blue skimmer, she could actually put a pair of black pants with that and truly dress it up.
Absolutely. We actually popped a black beach bag with it because it did have that inside there.
Bagolini, one of my favorite companies that we carry here because they have such a great fabric.
Yes, it's almost indestructible.
I know.
And I need that as much as anybody does.
You can wipe it down
Yep.
easily so you can keep it clean. And it has so many great features, and you can use it as a beach bag or an everyday tote.
It starts off lightweight, so by the time you pack it with all your stuff for the day, it doesn't matter so much because it started off weighing almost nothing.
Yes, very. And they use a different color, a lighter color on the inside, so when you go to dig and find your stuff, you can actually see it. It's amazing how that lighter color inside really makes a huge difference.
Well, it was invented by flight attendants, and as much as they have to do and stay organized, they're really smart about it. If I had to invent it, this would not be the bag that happened, so it's a good thing I did not invent it.
I really love that you tied a scarf on it.
Something a little different. You know what? If you needed to in a pinch, it's still some mask wearing time, so it could become a quick mask if need be.
That's a good idea.
It could be something where, if you want to sit in the grass, you could put it down as kind of your faux beach blanket or, scarf blanket at that moment. It could do a lot of different things in a pinch.
I love that because I do forget my mask, and if I'm wearing a scarf, then it can be double duty.
Exactly. Sometimes you just kind of take off and don't think about it, and this is an easy way to get by.
That's awesome. All right, Helen, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Carson is cute and casual.
Ooh, okay, back to Life is Good. How fun is this? This is really a fun, vibrant color.
It is, and we actually paired it with color on the bottom. The Carson's bottoms are probably the softest pale pink that you'll ever see, but it really draws back up to the flowers that are in the top, and so it's a nice way to wear color on both top and bottom.
So when I started doing these little shows, I'd never had the skimmer on.
Oh,
And this is the same skimmer
Yep,
that
in
I
the white.
have, and Carson has that in the pink. And so you can see we have the same leg. Her legs are skinnier than mine, okay, in case you did not know. Her legs are skinnier, but you can see this style on two different people here. But this actually has become one of my favorites, and I'm going to confiscate it. And once you go past black and white and a blue skimmer, what's your next color you need?
You need the light pink, exactly.
And I even like the light pink too,
Yeah,
which
it's
would
super
not
cute.
normally be my thing to do.
Well, I'm kind of a dark denim kind of girl, but the light pink offers color without being real bold if you're not a real bold color wearer.
Yeah, I really, and she is wearing a little tank underneath. I think she's wearing Tees by Tina.
She is wearing Tees by Tina,
And
and
so-
so am I.
Ooh, me too.
There we go, it's unanimous.
It's the greatest piece to wear underneath your clothes. Even when it's warm, I like the support and the confidence that gives. It just offers just a little bit of smoothing.
It does, and summer clothes are a little more sheer, it's hot out. So we are putting it underneath, but since the overlayer is sheer, it does not feel like it's so much to have an underlayer to it.
Well, I also love the way Carson wore this in her last little outfit, just a touch of color show.
Yeah.
And, we have Tees by Tina in like 20 different
Oh,
colors.
Vibrant colors,
And-
purples, reds, greens,
And
yeah.
it creates such a nice layer piece there.
It does.
Just a peek, but it's really nice.
It draws color out of whatever you're wearing, because it kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah, very nice. And then also another Bagolini.
It is a little different bag on this one. This one would also be a great travel bag when we're able to again. But it's big enough to be a beach bag. It can go crossbody, which is nice. The color is sand, so it just sounded beachy, and so we brought it out for her to carry.
And a Life is Good tumbler.
Yes.
This is Turvis, so it's double and triple lined. There are options to have 2 or 3 layers to keep your ice cold, even on a hot day.
Oh yeah, we all deserve a beverage. No doubt about it.
We have to have a PG beverage for Carson.
Well, true.
But everybody else, you can have an adult beverage.
Do what you want to do. We won't tell.
All right, thank you,
Thanks,
Carson.
Carson.
Helen, ooh, Habitat. This is one of our more premium lines here at Four Seasons, and we say premium not just because it's a little more expensive, but the quality of the fabric.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It really, when you have something in your closet and it just feels so good on and is cut in just the right places, that's really why you have to sometimes pay just a little bit more.
It's also the thing you'll pick up and wear again and again and again, and it'll look just as good on the last wearing as it did on the first wearing as
The
well.
value is
Oh,
almost there
absolutely.
every time. Yeah, and so I like kind of this really an interesting pattern here, a wavy pattern in this fun bubblegum pink color.
Yes, and the fabric has a little bit of a pucker to it, which adds a little extra texture. And on the sides, it's sewn a little bit differently. It has
Oh,
that
it's like
kind of inverted
triangle.
V.
Yeah,
Mhm,
it's a
mhm.
triangle on the side, which
Yeah.
gives her a little bit more fabric to make it comfortable, but
Yeah.
also figure flattering.
Yeah, it makes that little bit of an A-line, and plus it changes the way the pattern rides, so it's just a little extra detail.
Very cute, super comfortable. Very nice, Helen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think our last model has arrived.
Yep, we let her keep her same pink bottoms, but dressed them up a little bit with a new top.
I love the stripe on the top.
Mhm. This could have easily gone with a denim blue bottom because that's the perfect color of chambray blue running through it. But we kept the pink just for an option because it's just so cute.
Oh, it is. And a little fun self-tie there, which makes it
Yeah.
a little bit trendier, a little bit more updated. And really, I always feel that self-tie is figure flattering, even if you have a little bit of tummy.
It is. And if you're not real long in the body, it helps too. It's not so long.
When I first saw that tie in front, I was like, oh, that's going to draw attention, but it actually does the opposite.
Yeah, it does. And it's just a little camouflager.
And I like that it's kind of a menswear style, a little bit.
That stripe definitely is, but the way it's cut is definitely really feminine because the entire back goes horizontal striped, whereas the bottom and the front go vertically striped.
Interesting.
So the stripes go in the right way is what I'm getting at.
And we're seeing just the peaking of the tees by Tina, and so that adds a kind of another dimension.
It does. And it's one of those where Carson has a beautiful figure, but if it's something that you're not feeling as good about, if you bring it down a little bit, it gives just a little extra hold, which I like.
Yes, yeah, I think that looks great. So, all right, Carson, thank you.
Thank you.
So, everything is available on fourseasonsdirect.com. You can save 30% when you use code SUPER, and we're so happy you tuned in today, and we're going to do this again next week, so keep an eye out.